2023 Sea of Stars was a highly hyped turn-based adventure from developer Sabotage Studios that may have met expectations depending on who you asked. As time has passed, I've become more critical of the title's narrative. Still, my appreciation for the gameplay, bolstered by clever dungeon designs and engaging battle, has never waned. For these reasons, I was mildly excited for the upcoming DLC, Throes of the Watchmaker, which, besides being free, adds an estimated 8 hours of new content. Above all else, I hoped this DLC would maintain the flow-like state the base game's progression delivered, albeit with fresh bells and whistles, and now after experiencing the generous expansion in full, it definitely surpassed my wishes. Now, let's unpack why. Sea of Stars Throes of the Watchmaker is an entirely new story scenario in which protagonists Zale and Valere, along with a few others, enter a miniature clockwork world of Horloge. This post-game journey begins with meeting the enigmatic Watchmaker, and which is something of a spoiler kind of, so beware, occurs after the approval from the Sky Council. A new set of rules forces Zale and Valere to alter their combat approaches, leading to new classes and movesets. The Artificer also joins as a playable character, while party members such as Garl and Sarai sit this one out. Honestly, besides Nathan, I wasn't fond of the supporting cast this time, since they felt obligatory. Still, I was pleasantly surprised that the DLC tackled my major issue with the base game, which is the lack of distinct characterizations for Zale and Valere. The two leads lack distinction throughout the original Sea of Stars story, making it difficult to feel invested in them. In Throes of the Watchmaker, however, malevolent twins of Zale and Valere appear, embodying repressed facets of their personalities. Confrontations with these villains and the consequences they impose on the protagonist are far more personal than anything in the base game, becoming my favorite aspect of this release. One element that vexed me slightly was how the duo obtained their new powers. While in Horloge, Zale and Valere cannot use their traditional abilities, so they need a new arsenal of circus-themed skills tied to the Watchmaker's ignoble twin. This was conceptually intriguing, where the fundamentals of these skills appear after the fade to black rather than a gradual rollout that would have made them feel earned and offered deeper character exploration. Besides the much-needed character focus, the overall plot remains somewhat in the background, mainly serving as a vehicle for returning characters. A choice that I'd say ultimately works. While I wouldn't have minded a narrative relying solely on original characters, delving deeper into familiar faces yields rewarding impacts. Gameplay in Throes of the Watchmaker closely resembles the base experience, with a few additions that lend fresh identity. Zale and Valere's new classes bring all new skills with unique timed inputs, while the Artificer introduces a separate toolkit. These inputs manage to feel more lenient than I recall from the launch, though the difficulty compensates. Boss battles represents a significant step up, with familiar strategies such as breaking locks and timing attacks or guarding remain vital. These bosses hit harder and often feature strict gimmicks tied to damage output. The DLC is not brutally difficult, yet it demands a solid grasp of the combat system. If you haven't played Sea of Stars since launch, refresh yourself on battle mechanics before jumping into this. Cooking meals, upgrading equipment, and, if needed, equipping relics help keep encounters approachable, though players can also use relics to seek even stiffer challenges if they want. Dungeon designs mirror the base game while feeling slightly more enjoyable. Throes of the Watchmaker offers satisfying layouts and puzzles without needless bloat, making its dungeon and enemy encounters a delight for returning fans. The Hubtown features mini-games and shops governed by a new currency, plus you can earn new recipes that reward exploration. Compact, yet more expensive than I expected, it adds welcome depth. The soundtrack here boasts additional compositions from Yasunori Mitsuda, and the vibrant visuals both elevate the experience as a whole. Beyond being a generous free DLC, Sea of Stars Throes of the Watchmaker exceeds expectations. It's a stellar follow-up that reinforces this well-designed turn-based RPG with a grander, more intricate identity, though I'd say it does suffer slightly from a tacked-on supporting cast and mildly rushed pacing. Still, thanks to its moderately paced campaign, much-needed character introspection, and a high-end challenge, fans should definitely dive into this new content as soon as possible. Noisy Pixel is giving Sea of Stars Throes of the Watchmaker an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by Kirby Gamers, providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.